Hi everybody, this is just a quick little video about my I got my new upper I talked about in the last video, 762 by 39. I picked it up from a place called Pro2A Tactical. I thought it was a pretty good price. They had decent reviews, $2.99, and if I bought it at the same time, I got the carrier group and the bolt and the charging handle for an extra $79. So I got $369 into it. And I was a little worried because I watched a lot of videos out there and it said that lots and lots of them weren't working good with the steel ammo. So I said, what the hell, I was planning on shooting my brass stuff with it anyway. This has to be one of my suppressed rounds, or subsonics I loaded up, which by the way don't work with it, I'll tell you about it. I've got that Lee mold 155 grain I'm working with, and it's done well so far. In fact, I went to Williams today and paid the big bucks for a pound of 42.27. That's what the cast bullet handbook says will be the most accurate. I got the other one going. It was 0.85 inch group, but that was only number 2, only going like 1,400 feet per second. So the one that was getting up there at 1,800 feet per second, it was about 1.25 inches group, and I'm just not happy with that. So I'm gonna try this powder. It says it's the most accurate. But anyways, here's my upper. I like it. I've shot over 100 rounds through the steel case Wolf stuff through it. This stuff here, every single one of them cycled. At the very beginning, it was a little stiff on the charging handle. I had one that didn't go all the way into battery. But I think that was me. It's when I was fighting with this stuff. And I want to talk to you about this in a minute. And then I redid it, reset the thing, pulled the mag, ejected it, put it back in, and there was nothing on the prime. It basically wasn't all the way into battery. I put a little bit of Bastol on here, lubed it up, because the guy I shoot with a lot, Tony, my son-in-law to be, he's telling me how I tend to drown everything in oil, which I do tend to do that. So anyways, I put a little oil on here again, got it going, and it eased right up. Lubed it right up. And then another problem. Over 100 rounds of the steel, not a problem. I love this rail. This is really nice. I got to take this rail off so I can clamp this down in the vise so I can get this off and get the suppressor mount on. I'll put it back. It's really nice. I like this upper. I stole the scope off my 9mm. I got a red dot I'm going to put on there. It's really a nice upper. The bolt looks okay, I think, anyway. I'm going to close it. There's nothing in it, of course. Now they tell me that bolt face, sooner or later I'll have to replace. So I bought from another company, it was supposed to be a heaviest steel you can get, another bolt I've got spare. And I picked up one of those enhanced firing pins because that was supposed to be what you had to do to get these to reliably work, the steel case ammo. Well, every one of them worked in this. I never had one problem, so I'm just going to hang on to that. See how that thing is a little bit bigger to accommodate the round, so it's thinner. So we'll see how she does. Boy, it's fun to shoot and not have to worry about the brass for a minute. I never get to do that. Anyway, this is my lower that I built. I got with our club. And anyways, I like this thing. There's something I want to tell you about that's kind of weird. Here's my case gauge for 7.62 by 39. Here's a Wolf ammo. Watch this. It doesn't go all the way in, does it? But the ammo functions just fine. These were perfect. No problems at all, the ones I loaded up. Except for they wouldn't go into battery. Save their life. And I'm like, I'm shaking my head. Wait a minute. This one is good. And this one is not good, but it's working. What the hell is going on here? And I just, for a few minutes, I could not figure it out. And finally, and if you look at the bullet, it almost looks the same. This one's a little fatter. See the scratches on the side? This is that British bullet, okay? It's just too fat. And remember, this one works fine in my Ruger bolt action, American. And that's where I did all my chamber checking before I loaded it and got my, cartridge overall length and everything. Didn't have this gun yet, so I'm going to have to, I'll see what I can do, whether I can be able to set that back or have it work or not. I'll see. But as of right now, this whole block of them are bolt action only, which I don't expect this thing to function very well for subsonic, because I didn't think about it until I got it here. I should have see if I could get one with this is a mid gas with pistol length gas, because that's what my blackout is. It works like a dream. So I might look at this company and see if they have another. I really like this, and see if I can pick up one of these, because I know that Tony's looking for one of these. I might sell him that one at a hell of a deal, and see if they have one with a pistol length gas system. And then I could try and use it suppressed. But I like the thing. And it's basically $369. I got 2 calibers out of that rifle. And if you're not a hand loader, I mean, you want to talk about, we had a lot of fun shooting that. And for cheap ammo. Cheap ammo. The magazine did not come with it. I had bought this separate. I did a lot of reading and watching YouTube. But this is a C Products Defense. And I have a 30 round coming. I don't have it. This is a 20 round, but I tend to use shorter mags anyway, because I like to shoot from the bench. This thing, again, ran flawlessly. Worked like a dream. So I like this. I am very, very happy with this. And you'll see, if you look at any videos, you'll see a lot of people saying, in fact, on the Michigan Gun Owners website, I was on there and I told people I was ordering an upper. I forgot what I was asking about. I think it's when I was looking for subsonic clothes. And everybody, oh, you'll be unhappy. It won't work. It'll be nothing but problems. I go, well, it's not a self-defense gun. It's just a range toy. But I got to tell you, so far, I mean, this thing's hard hitting. It would work for self-defense. We were shooting, so we had some bottles of pop. For Lent, I gave up soda pop, because it's one of my, been drinking soda pop since I was in 5th grade, a lot. So I gave it up, man. I've tried before, and so far I haven't drank any. It's been 4 weeks, so. Well, hello, Peter. You think I'm talking to you? Anyway, so we had a couple of Fago bottles we took out there. Boy, they didn't go boom. They went boom everywhere. It was great. Yes. She's looking at me like, what, Dad? What do you want? I like this thing. This bullet I told you guys about, this car, I'm not sure it's going to work in the AR platform. But I didn't design it for that. I got it going for a bolt gun. It works great in a bolt gun. And I'll see what I can do. Right now I'm working with that leaf. I'm going to try the supersonics on that. I just wanted to jump out and say something. Everybody's out there ragging on it. I don't know if everybody else's works, but I know this one does. I ordered it on the 6th, and it arrived on the 16th. 10 days. And they said they were out because they're very busy. I like it. I never heard the company before. I was looking at other places. Nobody else had the upper in stock, and I wanted to give it a whirl. I expected all kinds of problems, and I am just pleasantly surprised. Now, maybe it'll blow up, next time I shoot it, but it was fun. A little bit more recoil than a 223, but and a little bit more than 300 blackout. Because I've shot a commercial ammo supersonic at 300 blackout, and it didn't hit as hard as this does. But it wasn't it wasn't hard. It was just you noticed it, but it wasn't something you couldn't handle. It was fun. So if you want some cheap ammo, you might want to play with one. If you got an AR, just swap the top out and the upper and see what you can do with it. And I love this rail. This is a nicer rail I got any one of my ARs. I love this rail. This rail's Matrix Arms. That's what it says on here. I just love that rail. I do. That might end up, one like that might end up on my 300 Blackout. Alright, I hope everybody's having a great time. But I just, if anybody's got any idea, this is just bizarre. That, I mean, look at that. Can you see how much above that it is? That should not be chambering, and it does. It doesn't make any sense. Particularly when I was looking at mine, and it's all perfect, and it didn't work. So what I did is, I mean, I've been working on some 7.62-bit-39, so I have a little tray of prime brass laying there. So what I did is I took just a prime piece of brass, nothing, no powder, no bullet, just the primer and the brass, and I would I'd drop it in the chamber, close the chamber, I went out there, shot there, bang, cap gun, worked every time. So then I decided, yep, it's the bullet. That bullet's just too big to fit that gun. Or at least the way I've got it seated. I'll have to play with it, which I can do that. Anyways, there we are. My first dab into an AR with a 7.62 by 39 upper. So far, so good. Talk to everybody later. Bye-bye.